So welcome to the ABCs of pedal steel video. Obviously the ABCs is referring to the pedals on your guitar. Most people have three, some people have more, but we'll talk about three. The A and B and C pedals. Some people don't know, amazingly, what their pedals do, so maybe this is a good time to learn it and amaze your friends. The pedal arrangement on my guitar is the first pedal is the A pedal, the second is the B, and the third is the C, and that's the Buddy Emmons pedal arrangement. And the Jimmy Day is that the first pedal to the left is C, and the B is in the middle, and then the third pedal is A. So you can figure out which one is the A pedal. What does the A pedal do? It raises two strings, 5 and 10, a whole tone. So for 5, it's going from B to C sharp, and that's the raising the 5th tone of the scale to the 6th tone. And in terms of chords, if you were to play a triad of 8, 6, and 5, and raised and added A pedal, then you get a relative minor chord. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to work out of the C scale because it's the simplest, and probably everybody knows the notes of the C scale. They're all the white keys on the piano, so we'll use that. It's nice and easy, and it's on the 8th fret here, open. Okay, so for example, the scale is C starting on 8. Now we're at the 5th tone on the 5th string. So adding the A pedal gives you that 6th note of the scale, and the A minor chord. All those grips that we talked about work. Okay. The second pedal is the B pedal, and it raises two strings, raises 3 and 6 a half tone from G sharp to A. And that raises the 3rd tone of the scale to the 4th tone. Adding the B pedal gives what's called a sus chord, or a suspended chord. So, and you've heard this a lot. When you let it off, it sort of releases, and it's part of one of the most common pedal steel licks you'll hear. And then the 3rd pedal that we're going to talk about actually raises 2 strings. It's the C pedal. And it raises the 4th and the 5th, the whole tone. So A and pedal and the C pedal do the same thing, raising that one string. I'm hitting 2 different pedals there, but they're doing the same thing. But the difference is that it also raises the 4th string a whole tone. And it raises the E to F sharp open. And it raises C to D here up here at the 8th fret. That's the same note, by the way, as the 1st string. That's just hitting 2 strings, and this is pedaling. So a lot of times when you're playing the guitar, you have lots of choices of where you want to get a note. You can get it by raising the string with the pedal, or hitting 1st string, or sliding up. But anyway, so that's the 2nd tone of the scale. or the ninth tone, depending on whether you started down here and ended up here. And it, when pushed together with the B pedal, which they're often used together, it makes a 2 minor chord. So here we have a C chord at the 8th fret, and we're going to add the B and C pedals, and we're going to get a D minor. You can use the other string, the next grip higher. Now a 2 minor chord is got the same notes as the C scale, so it's very commonly used in this key of C. The D minor would be very commonly used as the 2 minor, and so would the 3 minor, which is 2 frets up. It's also got all the same notes as the C scale in it, so it's works very well with the C key of C. And that's part of a harmonized scale starting here. Somebody asked to see the picks, close-ups of the picks on my fingers, and there's lots of ways to wear your picks, and I wouldn't say that my way is the best way. It's just where I got through experimentation. But if you wanted to see how much of the blade is sticking out, you can sort of see it here. And but you don't have to have it like that. Some people have them much closer to their fingers, or they don't protrude as much. That's just how I ended up. And watch other players. There's all those videos on YouTube. You can watch other good players and see how they do it. Just don't put the pick on this way, and you'll be fine. So let's combine the A and B pedals and use them together to go from a 1 chord, which would be a C here at the 8th fret, to a 4 chord or an F. Any grips work that we've learned before. So there's the 1 to the 4, and then so the C to the F, and then 2 frets up with the pedals down, you have the G. Back to the 1, and so you have 3 chords to make some music. You have a 6 minor, you have a 2 minor, you have a 3 minor. So now you've got some chances to make some music. Experiment around. You've got a C position, pedals down at the 3rd fret and 1 an octave higher at the 15th fret. So just experiment around, going between those positions, pedals on and off, see what you get. And come back next time. We'll talk about the knee levers and scales. Thanks. See ya.